See, here are some keys to understand biblical prophecy. A day for a year principle has to be understood very carefully. When you deal with apocalyptic literature like Daniel and Revelation, Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 6 and Numbers chapter 14 verse 34 tells us that a day for each year. So to understand this, we have to utilize this a day for a year principle, then we will get our timing right. Okay, here is a brief timeline or a quick history that had happened. So in the year 457 BC, that year was the time King Artaxerxes gave the decree to restore and rebuild Jerusalem. So from that time, the construction of the temple and of the city wall was issued, and then the funding was approved, and then the construction was happening. Now, it took 483 years for the completion of the temple. I would say for the time for the children of Israel to go back and rebuild and restore Jerusalem until year 2780. Now, if you minus or if you add 483 from this year, or if you minus, because since we are counting down towards the time of Christ, you would get 27 AD. Now, some of you would say, oh, how can you minus 483 or 457 from 483 and or add 457 from to 483 and get 2780? Some of you will get 2680, because you guys must pay attention to this. This zero is not actually a zero, but it is a 1. There is no 0 years, or there are no 0 years. So 2780 was the time Christ was baptized. Now 3180 was the time Christ was crucified, and he rose after the third day and ascended to heaven. Now in 70 AD, this is a time where the Romans came and they destroyed Jerusalem. They destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. So here is just some brief, quick history timeline just to understand and put into perspective, because we will be going over the 2,300 days, and we will be going through a lot of events that had happened or was predicted along that timeline, and it happened.